What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. One time for the one time. We grinding and we balling right quick, man. Shout out to everybody that appreciate the football content I do drop. Shout out to the NFL. They didn't censor people from stop protesting, the anthem and stuff of that nature. But don't forget, we got a Raw and Cut podcast. New episodes coming really, really soon to there as far as, other things other than boxing. So look out for that as well. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description, and the podcast link is there as well. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the PayPal link is in the description as well. And we're going to talk about some double standards. First video I'm doing this about the NFL. And I noticed this now, just paying attention to some of the medias going around. They have their own agendas. Okay, they was downplaying Patrick Mahomes' first 3 games. He threw 6 touchdowns and multiple touchdowns and scored multiple touchdowns versus Denver Broncos. And even a guy like Stephen A. Smith, Butter Biscuit self, was still doubting Patrick Mahomes. Baker Mayfield get out there. He wins the game with the Browns, okay? And, he comes back, pulls Tyrod Taylor, rightfully so. They all on his jock, okay? Oh, he's great, and he's Brett Favre-ish, and he's this great quarterback. And don't get me wrong, I'm impressed by Baker Mayfield. I didn't really see him a lot in college. I thought he was all hype. I was definitely grateful for him for whooping on Ohio State his last year and putting a flag in the middle of the O. That was iconic. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. He should have went to the University of Michigan with that type of attitude. But this has nothing to do with Baker. It just has something to do for them downplaying a black quarterback's downplaying a black quarterback, mixed quarterback, whatever you want to call him, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes, man, you got to wait and see. He ain't really faced a tough test yet, or you know what, man, we got to see if he can keep it up. But they're already annoying Baker Mayfield, okay? They're already making excuses. He had like 4 turnovers last week, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions, and I'm going to say this. I think the Browns should have won that game, okay? Not because of my FanDuel purposes and it lost me $40, but the Browns should have won that game, okay? The quarterback fumble, I think should have been for a touchdown. They blew the whistle, and also Carlos Hyde scored that he got that first down in my opinion. Okay, looking at it again and looking at it in live action. But all I'm saying is, why is it this double standard? You know what I'm saying? Why are they not bringing up the fact or the narrative that Patrick Mahomes is the reason Baker Mayfield ended up at Oklahoma? Patrick Mahomes beat him out at Texas Tech. Have you heard that narrative one time on ESPN, Fox, or anywhere else on a major media outlet? You haven't heard that narrative. I think Davis Webb was there as well. You haven't heard that narrative. All the narrative that you hear, this is not a white or a black thing as far as the media. The narrative that you hear from white and black, oh, we got to see him do it again. Oh, that was a fluke. Oh, you know what? He had a red shirt year, and that helped him out a lot, and Baker did. No, at the end of the day, get this dude props. He threw 6 touchdowns on the top pass defense coming in from last year to this year in the San Diego Chargers. They had one of the worst run defenses, but they had a top pass defense, okay? Give him his credit. Okay? Then the next week, I can't remember who they played. He lit it up to Travis Kelce. Okay? He lit it up. Whatever. I forgot exactly who they played. But last week they played Denver. And Denver had Bradley Chubbs, the premier pass rusher coming out the draft. They had Von Miller. I mean, he was on the road, Mile High Stadium, and he showed up and he showed out. And people still saying, well, you know what? They're annoying them too much. You go on the Colin Hurd show. I don't watch it. I just so happened to be cleaning up and that was on my television. And, a guy comes on there and says, well, Patrick Mahomes is, everybody's annoying him too fast and he hasn't done this and that. And they get to talk about Baker Mayfield and, he's iconic and he's done so much and he's this great player already. And I'm like, dude, the dude is 1-1. Okay? He should be 2-0. But he's 1-0 as a starter, and he's 1-1. He's 0-1 as a starter, and he's 0-1. 1-1 overall because he didn't start the Tyrod Taylor game. But I'm just trying to figure out, why are they putting one guy on the pedestal, okay, in Baker Mayfield? And I know he played for an 0-16 team, and this team could be easily 4-0 if Baker started out. I've become a huge Baker Mayfield fan. I always supported the Browns because the Browns remind me of the Detroit Lions. That's my team. And we both sorry. And I always said if the Browns got Super Bowl before us, That's the day I probably just shut down my Lions fandom. But I would be happy for the Browns, okay? So I have no ill will towards Baker and the Browns, or I'm not super pro Patrick Mahomes, even though I love what Patrick Mahomes brings to the table. But I don't understand the double standard, especially, in the media. The kid is playing good. He proved it against the Chargers, which is a formidable team on the road, I believe. Then he proved it again the next week. For whatever reason, I can't remember who they played, but they was at the crib. The Steelers, excuse me. They pulled it against the Steelers. I finally remember who it was. They pulled off against the Steelers, the team that had Super Bowl ambitions coming into this year, with or without Le'Veon Bell. Okay, and then he goes to Mile High, where it's super duper hard to play. Good defense still, 2 good pass rushers. Still got Brandon Marshall at linebacker, and he goes up there, pulls a rabbit out of his hat. I mean, what else do they want from the kid? Because this was things that Alex Smith hadn't been doing for Kansas City. But all of a sudden, Alex Smith still has his reputation as being salvaged and rebuilding his career to be a solid NFL quarterback. Okay, this is Alex Smith that had been with Kansas City for years. Who they basically had to put a gun to his head to throw the ball beyond 5 yards, beyond the yard marker, behind the first down marker if it was 10 yards. Okay? This kid comes there, do what Alex Smith couldn't do in 3 straight games or 3 different games in Kansas City history. But they still questioning him. But they never questioned Alex Smith. Not till he was losing playoff games and they would still make excuses for him. Okay? They would still, oh, you know what? The defense didn't hold up, or they stopped running the ball. But why do black quarterbacks have to go through the bullshit? Why? Why we just can't get credit? Baker's getting more credit for being 1-1 than Patrick Mahomes is for throwing 13 or whatever touchdowns he threw in the first 3 weeks. Oh, he ain't real. He ain't been tested yet. Now, if you go out here and flies versus Jaguars, you're going to see people with joy in their eyes. Okay? You're going to see, Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, Skip Bayless, Shannon, Skip. I told you he had to go through the test, Skip. But they marveling over Baker Mayfield, man. This dude turned the ball over 4 times in one game. Maybe if he hit the receiver hands and bounced off, still on Baker Mayfield. Should have threw a softer ball. Skip. Did you see what Baker Mayfield did? To bring the Browns back versus the Jets. Like, come on, man. But I'm telling you, it's always 10 times tougher, not only for a black quarterback, but a black man in America, in this world. But especially in America. Excuse me. Me and the red pear. Very, very good. If you haven't tried red pears, very, very juicy. Okay? If you went to the pear thing. But like I said, I have no ill will for Baker Mayfield. This was just a comparison. Now, if you don't believe me, just watch NFL Network or NFL. I don't watch NFL Network no more. Ever since they switched the cast up, man, especially the morning show. It's turned feminine, man. Like, it's like a woman show. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I can't take them dudes, man. But you watch First Take, Undisputed, Colin Hurd. If anybody can stomach that clown, he's a mark. Okay. Anybody can stomach them clowns, man, all the time, man. Just look how the barometer is different. And I understand that Baker Mayfield is a rookie. But let it have been reverse roles, and let it have been Baker Mayfield that had beat out Patrick Mahomes and sent him to Oklahoma. How they be riding his job. How they be on Mahomes, how they be on Baker Mayfield. Well, he beat out Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech and sent him to Oklahoma, and we knew Baker Mayfield was better. And you look at the talent. There's no way you look at Patrick Mahomes, okay? There's no way you look at Patrick Mahomes, excuse me. And you tell me that Mitchell Trubisky at North Carolina, Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech, okay? There's no way you tell me if you had them work out that Mitchell Trubisky is better than Patrick Mahomes. There's nothing on tape that told me that Mitchell Trubisky was better than Patrick Mahomes. Nothing. And people trying to compare Trubisky to Mahomes, that's apples and oranges, bro. Mahomes is way better than Mitchell Trubisky. Deshaun Watson was way better than Mitchell Trubisky. But they both failed later in the draft, though. Why? Let me tell you this. Trubisky ain't shit. Okay? Trubisky got all them weapons. Robinson, my homeboy Allen Robinson, Anthony Miller, Tariq Cohen, Trey Burton, Jordan Howard. You got a good line. Motherfucker ain't shit. Okay? But y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it go, man. Y'all know how they playing, man. They ain't never playing fair. You see, like, Mahomes going to be on that list that they don't get no credit. You know, and that comes with being a black quarterback. It comes with being a black man in America. For those who understand, like I said, I'm not shitting on Baker. I'm a supporter of Baker. I'm a supporter of the Cleveland Browns. I'm a big supporter of Patrick Mahomes now. I continue to support both of these young men. It was nothing to paint a picture about Baker Mayfield. It was to show inconsistencies and double standards of the media, okay? That's exactly what it was. Make sure you keep rocking with us, TBC and more. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Once again, check out our Raw and Cut podcast. The link's in the description as well. Everything. If you want to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. You can do me one better by sharing the video, getting the word out. Continue to expose ESPN, Fox, and some of these dudes' medias as inconsistencies. And people say, well, people on YouTube is just fans that report the news. We wouldn't have to report the news if they kept it consistent on these levels. Remember, all these dudes that's on the ESPN First Take, these dudes is fans. Shannon Sharp ain't no basketball expert. He a fan. He a football expert. But at the end of the day, at heart of heart, he a fan. Skip Bayless, he don't know shit. He a fan. Nick Wright, a fan. Can't even probably do a layup. All right? Y'all know what the business is one time.